And shout out again to all those people who hate my guts, but is sitting in a quiet place listening to my show. You are obsessed and sick, okay? Okay, I'll be right back, and let's get into something else.
What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ebony. Alright, you guys, so let's talk all things Nicki Minaj. You guys know I want to talk about the Super Freaky Girl music video, and I also want to talk about Nicki responding to Jay Z and Beyonce, or Bihala, as Beyonce said on the postcard. So let's start with the video. So Nicki Minaj has this love for Angelina Jolie. We saw this back in 2010 when she was on the track with Drake called Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Even in Nicki's song Stupid HOE, she says, "I'm Angelina, you Jennifer. Come on, you know where Brad at." So Nicki has always had some respect for Angelina Jolie. Now, I think Nicki is kind of in a very interesting era, right? Where she's actually coming out to assassinate the game. Something that she also made reference to in her song Fractions, where she says, "I'm gonna line them up like fractions." So in the Do We Have a Problem video, Nicki was actually mimicking the Salt movie with Angelina Jolie, where she is a sniper, right? She's pretty much an undercover spy. In the new video with Super Freaky Girl, this is where we see Nicki take on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie. There are several scenes throughout Nicki's video that reference the Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie. For those of you guys who don't know about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, is basically about two assassins who never really told each other what they did, but eventually found out they did the same thing. It was a very toxic relationship. You know, they were at times really trying to kill each other, but also trying to kill other people who should not be in their way because they're together. And some of the scenes throughout Nicki's video do represent that, especially when he's holding her face. You also saw this in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the yard scene where the house is blown up. You see that Jennifer and Brad are standing outside, kind of similar to what Nicki is doing with Alex, which is a whole nother, topic we're gonna get into after this. But all in all, the entire theme of Nicki's new era seems to be, that Angelina Jolie, bad ASS girl who's here to make it known that she does not mess around. Now, when Nicki opens up the video, it's actually like a TV, right? So there's no movement. It's very like old school retro vibes. And then as soon as she actually starts rapping, this is where we see her go into a room. Now, something that I thought was very interesting is that if you look at the actual bed, along with the satin, almost silk-like sheets, and also the silk pillows, actually mimic her gown from the VMAs. You guys know that Nicki Minaj did wear a custom Dolce & Gabbana dress, both of which were satin. You also saw Nicki in a white satin Dolce & Gabbana dress for the later half of the evening. So I did see that Nicki Minaj was playing off of those themes from her VMA performance, which actually makes sense to why she released the video after she did her VMA performance. We also saw Nicki in the Rick James tribute, which I thought was amazing. When I saw Nicki pay homage to Rick James by literally having on something that he has been iconically known for, I thought it was amazing. But again, Nicki Minaj was also playing off of her VMA performance. You guys know that her performance was on the set of a Barbie house. It was actually almost identical to the Barbie house in her video. You also had Nicki in a Barbie box. She also performed at the VMAs in a Barbie box with the Nicki stamp on the side. So that was very, very cool to me. Also, you saw that Nicki Minaj had this pink theme everywhere. All throughout the video, even the windmills were like pink. The smoke was pink. The house was burning. It was pink. It was pink, 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 child. It was just everything. And I know I'm like really breaking this down, but you guys don't understand. I loved this video. Like everything was pink, even down to Nicki's bedazzled nails. It was pink, pink, pink. Ugh, I live You also saw the scene where Alex, who is playing Ken at the time, is driving through in this sort of massive attack car. You also had everyone as Barbies, right? So all the men had the cuts and creases. They even had the plastic kind of glistening on their skin to make it look like they were plastic dolls. And then there is a theme where Alex, who is the main love interest, he's actually running over people. And the reason he's doing this is because in the Mr. and Mrs. Smith video, there was actually a time where Brad Pitt was going around killing people who were interested in Angelina Jolie. And it was actually throughout the neighborhood. So if you notice, when Nicki was walking her Neopet, which is also another iconic move as well, a Neopet, child, you saw all the men watching her. So when Alex was driving through the neighborhood, he was basically killing out his competition because Nicki is his. Nicki also went into this like Cheshire cat dress. Now when I tell you guys, this bodycon dress was everything. What really did it for me was the gold. It almost made me think like Nicki was glowing. She was like expensive, right? She had the gold on the neck, gold on the wrist, gold around the dress, right? The waist was beautiful, let's be very clear. And it was just a moment for me. I was actually hoping that Nicki would come out and do some choreo, but you know what? She fed me in other places, so I'm okay with that. But that gown on Nicki, the Cheshire cat one, ooh, chat, I was like, it is the body of like, literally, she looked like a painting. And the fast in between when Nicki was rapping, because she sped up, you guys know she's like rapping really fast, and then you have the video following her rap pattern. Then you have her wink to the camera. That took me out while she's in the boyfriend t-shirt, and then you have both of them in the yard and she's twerking and he's like, should I touch it? He didn't even know what to do, and Nicki's like, you better touch it. It was just too much. It was like, oh my gosh, I am in a pink wonderland. And Nicki actually shared behind the scenes photos, so this was not a green screen. Like Nicki was actually out and about and doing this in some neighborhood. So this is so amazing. Imagine looking outside in your neighborhood and you see Nicki across the street and you're like, hey Nick. I just can't, guys. I couldn't. The video had me gagging. It was like, oh my gosh, the attention to detail, even with the pink clock on the wall, down to Nicki's nails having like some type of animal on them, and they were like pink bedazzled on her nails, to the hair. The hair had that up flip. You guys know that retro look. She even had a scrunchie, which I guarantee is gonna go back in style, but literally the cat eye glasses that were hot pink as well. Nicki did her thing. This video was amazing to me. It was amazing. And to be honest, you guys, I am so proud of Nicki because she is really putting in the work. Now, after all this happened, you guys know that Nicki did get a beautiful set of roses from Jay Z and B Hala, also known as Beyonce, and Nicki Minaj wanted to not only thank them, but respond to them congratulating her on her Vanguard Award. And she also got something from will.i.am. So Beyonce and Jay Z said this: congrats on your beautiful award. Sending you all of our love, Hove and B Hala. So Beyonce, is there like an inside joke where Nicki calls you B Hala? Like, I really love their friendship. Like, my brand is alive and living, okay? Now Nicki says, thank you both so much for everything. So Nicki is basically, you know, thanking Jay Z and Beyonce, and it just means that Beynika is alive. And so all you people who said Beyonce doesn't mess with Nicki, can you put it to rest at this point? Now will.i.am says this: Nicki, congrats on your Vanguard Award. You deserve it. Your talent and dedication is unmatched. Thank you for mentioning me during this most important moment of your excellence. You didn't have to, but you did. And Nicki does say, thank you, Will. So I thought this was beautiful. And all in all, you guys, I want to hear from you guys down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know how you feel about everything. Do you think she's going to still play on that Barbie theme? Or do you think we're going to get some different type of Nicki in her next release? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll talk very soon. Bye, guys.
Exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are